Hey there, welcome. I'm Damien and I'm just another starving artist on the internet. So this right here is the very first video of a series that will act as a sort of journal for me to document my thought process and ideas when designing characters, as well as monitoring my own progress. However, this is a completely new workflow style for me. That doesn't mean I haven't designed characters before or that I know nothing about character design, but to this date I've only ever worked on my own personal projects. So that means I could design my characters to my own liking without giving a reason as to why they look like that. And very often I wouldn't even attempt to draw them until the moment they show up. So I will decide on their appearance right there and then, and whatever happens, happens. So I'm taking a completely new approach with this new project, of which I won't say much, because I plan to work on it long and slow during my free time. So anything can happen, but for now let's have a look at this character right here. So she's called Brynhilda. She's very loosely based on a Valkyrie character with the same name that appears in the Volsunga Saga, although she might be better known for appearing in the Nibelungenlied. You know, the story of Siegfried, the guy that killed the dragon. Link to Wikipedia in the description if you want to know more about that other Brynhilda. Now, when you look at all the YouTube content regarding character design, most of the time they assume you're going in with nothing in mind, so that you will come up with a story, with a backstory, a personality, or a role for the character as you design it, or maybe even later. But in this case, I really have a rough idea of what I want to do with this character. So I will try to design her in a way that shows everything I want to convey in their appearance. So far as you can see, I'm still working on the anatomy. I've already defined some face features, however, and she's wearing thick round glasses. So you may be thinking that doesn't really sound like a character based on a Valkyrie, and yeah, you're right. The Valkyrie aspects will come in later on when I design her younger version. In this version, she's already quite old and works as a librarian. So I'm trying to go for a strict librarian look, hence the glasses. And even though she's supposed to be somewhat of an old woman now, I wanted her to keep a tall and athletic figure. I also think that the pose with a very straight back kind of helps show that stiffness and strictness for following the rules in a library. I'm not sure how to explain that in a better way, but I hope I get my point across. So now I'm designing her outfit, and it's pretty boring so far, to be honest. Just a skirt and a shirt, trying to stick to the librarian look, but it's coming up really bland. So I'm adding things on top. I thought the neck area looked very empty, like I could do something with it. And I remember one of my Japanese lectures from when I was in university, and she would always wear this neck handkerchief, so I tried going with that. And then I realized that if I were to color this right now, there will be literally two plain colors, one on the shirt and one on the skirt. So I gave her a waistcoat that will break the design a little bit, and it will extend a little bit on the top part of the skirt. And I'll be honest, at this point I just didn't know what else to do with it, so I went for a side view of the head, just for the sake of it, while I waited for some sort of divine inspiration to keep going. Then I realized that after I'm done with this, I realized that I hadn't done her shoes yet. And I don't know about you, but I find feet and different types of shoes really, really hard to draw. Like, yeah, hands, okay, they're hard, but feet, Okay, so let's move on. So staying in line with the librarian look, like I said before, uh, formal shoes with high heels, but not too high. Not really much to say there. After I'm done with the shoes, I'm gonna start coloring, and I'm just gonna go for a cell shade style for the sake of speed and efficiency. There we go. So first I started with the skin, as I usually do in any drawing. Try to get the right tone. And after I'm done with that, I started naming my layers because I'm getting confused. Remember to name your layers. So now the colors I used for the hair and then the shirt were first intended to be just a placeholder to be changed later, but I actually did like how they looked, so I kept them on. And thinking back, I should have experimented a bit more with some colors. Because I'm doing exactly what I wanted to avoid, which I said at the start of the video, which is going with the first thing that comes out. I don't really have a lot to say about the coloring process because I was clearly not thinking too much about it. So this I'm going for mostly colors in the blue-green area, and then trying to break it a little bit with the orange handkerchief, which you're gonna see in a moment. Once I finish coloring, I'm gonna start organizing my layers a bit better, so I can see all the different combinations together, like with or without waistcoat and handkerchief. And you're gonna see the final results in a moment. Overall, I don't think it's a really bad design, but there's very little going on and it's far from great. Feels a bit bland and lazy, not really what I wanted to go for. And most important of all, you will notice I did not color the pencil. That's not good. Definitely not a design I'm happy with. So on my next video, I'll go over this design once more and try to make it better, because that's what I'm here for. Learn and improve, and hopefully you can learn as much as I do while I do these videos. As I said before, you can see me here organizing the layers. And there you can see all 4 different versions, 4 different possible combinations. So if you like what I do, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe, I really appreciate it. I'm always open to suggestions and constructive criticism, so let me know what you think in the comments, as well as any questions you may have. If you want to see what I'm doing but live, I'm stream on Twitch every Saturday at the same time. But most importantly, keep drawing and keep creating. See you next time.